Hey guys, I'm Lynnie with Sunflower Spirit Tarot, and I'm here with a message for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or any other significant placements. This is just going to be a general message, so whatever I see is what I'm going to read. Whether it's love, money, career, personal stuff, family stuff, and I will do my best to relate the energy. So the examples that I give may not be exactly your story. It's just how I relate the energy. I've had a lot of experiences, but I haven't experienced everything, so sometimes it can be difficult for me to articulate exactly what's happening in your life because everybody's situation is going to be different, but the energy will be the same. So let's see. Spirit, what messages do you have for Libra? What messages do you have for Libra at this time moving forward? At the time that they view this video, what messages do you have for Libra? At the time they view this video moving forward, what messages do you have for Libra? Alright, let's see what's going on. Okay. We got the Death card at the bottom of the deck. Somebody, either you or someone around you is going through a massive transformation. I almost feel like they're right at the beginning of it, because as you can see, I wish I would have showed you a little bit more, but on that Death card, Death is like standing next to a feminine figure, and he's like pointing into the light, into the void, or into the whatever you want to call it, and basically directing her, like, you have to go inside here. The first card we have is the Ace of Wands, so that speaks on a new beginning. A lot of people say a passionate beginning, but I feel it's more like inspiration. I feel like the Ace of Wands is probably the least tangible, but the most impactful as far as like motivation, inspiration, getting a really good idea that just makes you want to act on it. Okay, I think this came off first. So the next card we have is the the Eight of Cups, right after this Ace of Wands. Okay, interesting. I think this was next. The Six of Wands. Then we have the Ace of Cups. I'm kind of getting false start vibes a little bit. So it's possible that something that you thought was going to be this brand new, amazing beginning, something that you felt you were inspired by. Yeah, it's like you're going back to the drawing board. I'm not really sure why. Let's keep going. Five of Pentacles at the center of the spread. Somebody is having issues with a lack or scarcity mindset. Somebody probably has abandonment issues. So either you or somebody that you're connected to or were connecting to is abandoning some connection to go back to what they are comfortable with. I think that this person has abandonment issues. I think that this person, whether it's you or someone else, has been hurt a lot in the past. We have the Three of Cups following that Five of Pentacles. I was going to say this, but I feel like somebody is going back to this life where they get a lot of attention, where they can socialize freely and do what they want to do and be who they want to be. And I feel like there's this freedom. We got the Prince of Chalices, and I'll show you all of these later as I'm going through them. We got the Nine of Swords. Wow, very interesting. Excuse me. And one more. Let's finish up the spread for Libra here, please. This is so interesting. Yeah, I knew the Six of Cups was going to come out. I can't really prove it, but I kept seeing that in your pre-shuffle. And at the bottom of the deck, I saw the Empress in the pre-shuffle as well, is the Empress. So we have this Empress energy as the overall energy. Somebody definitely has mom issues. As far as their abandonment issues, they might have been sparked or, I don't want to say initiated. I'm trying to think of a word that, I'm trying to think of the word that I want to use. Let's clarify this Empress spirit. They could have began, this person's abandonment issues could have began with a mother figure in their life. Or it's also possible that they kind of always saw feminine energy as like fleeting, or they don't really understand it, because it's like they don't know how to control it in a way that they get what they want out of it. This is interesting. Okay, so clarifying the Empress, we have the Nine of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, and the Sorceress. Okay, so somebody, whoever is in this feminine energy, is doing a really great job of creating abundance for themselves, or manifesting abundance for themselves. I feel like they're living lavish and they're enjoying themselves and having a good time. I also feel like the feminine energy is possibly the one that might be walking away from the situation, simply because I feel like this person wants to go back to what they already know, what they feel comfortable doing. Okay, I'm gonna try to relate the energy. Let's say you are dating a new feminine. If you are in the masculine energy, or you are the new feminine who's dating a masculine, right? Either way, doesn't matter. What I feel like is that the feminine in this situation is walking away from something that has a lot of potential, and it looks like it's something that they even want, but I feel like they're not necessarily in the place to give it everything that they got. Sorry guys about this ring light in my glasses. It's kind of annoying me, so I don't know if it's going to annoy you guys or not, but I'll try to fix it the next time I wear my glasses. Anyway, I feel like this feminine is going back to being in a space where things are more superficial, where they're lighter. And what I mean by that is, like, there is a certain kind of seriousness and responsibility that comes along with going past the boundary of just liking somebody to now acting on it and pursuing a relationship with someone. And I feel like this feminine is just having such a good time, like just in their own energy, enjoying themselves. And honestly, to me, it kind of feels like it's maybe the first time they've ever felt this way. This is maybe the first time this feminine has ever been in a position to like really feel comfortable without being in a relationship, or without crushing on somebody, or without talking to somebody. I feel like this person, they may be talking to other people, but it's not serious. And if it's romantic, or if other people want it to be romantic, it's not necessarily romantic for this feminine. Now, as far as the masculine that is a part of this story, I'm not picking up too much on their energy, so I'm going to assume that you are the feminine in this situation. And it doesn't matter about your body. We all embody feminine and masculine energies, and they're dominant depending on our personalities and the environment that we're in and how we grew up and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to do my best to stay away from he and she, because like I said, it's just about the energy. It's not about the gender of anybody or anybody's body. But I will describe the cards as he and she, depending on what it looks like to me. So yeah, I'll show you this Five of Pentacles and the Empress energy. It's almost like you're safeguarding yourself from possible disappointment or abandonment, or just like, I just feel like this energy of being let down. Honestly, feminine, I feel like you're having such a good time just being single and enjoying yourself. And for some reason, I feel like while you're in this energy, you're noticing that your manifestations are coming through a lot faster. And when people hear that, they think like, oh, I'm going to win the lottery, or I'm going to, I'm going to strike it rich. That's not necessarily what that means. Like, you can manifest all types of different things in your life. And you can manifest a phone call from somebody. You can manifest all types of things, a position at your company. You can manifest a certain job or a certain lifestyle. And I feel like as you look around yourself, you realize that you've manifested basically the life that you have now. You created the life that you have. And I think that you're really enjoying the life that you have right now, because it's not dependent upon anybody else to enjoy yourself. Tired of struggling, tired of suffering. Something just popped into my head. Tired of struggling, tired of suffering. Somebody is like tired of going through the BS that comes with dating, or taking a relationship to the next level, or taking a connection to the next level. Somebody's tired of that. Somebody is like, I'm having such a good time, and I feel like this is you. I'm having such a good time on my own, doing my own thing, living my own life, enjoying the life that I have created for myself. and I don't want to step over the line with somebody, even though I really like them, even though I see a lot of potential with them, with the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups. So the passion is there, right? The desire for this person is there, and the emotion is also there with the Ace of Cups. But the aces, like I said, speak about potential and inspiration and the beginning stages and the more intangible things, right? Um, so I feel like it's almost like the way the cards came out, it's almost like you're leaving before it even really gets started, because I feel like you know that once you really invest your time and your energy into this connection that you are enjoying, or even this doesn't even have to be about a specific person, to be honest. This could even be just in general, your idea of dating in general. I just honestly feel like you're not necessarily interested in taking anything to the next level. It's like you're walking away from anything before it gets too serious. It's like you might meet people and you might have a connection with people and you might want to spend time with them and hang out with them, but as soon as it gets too serious, you're out of there. And what you're walking towards is this 6 of Wands energy here. And what this makes me think of is like you kind of just want to be on your own, get attention on your own, live your own life on your own terms, do things your own way, and move at your own pace. I just feel like you've possibly overcome a whole ton of stuff to get to where you are, because before the five is this, before the six is the 5 of Wands, which is conflict and drama and opposition and challenges and having to prove yourself. With this 6 of Wands, especially being at the corner, I feel like you've proven yourself. Like you finally got to a point, like I said, this might be the first time even in your life that you've gotten to a point where you didn't feel like you needed a masculine to complete you. You didn't feel like you needed to be in a relationship. You could possibly be a serial monogamist, or even if you haven't been in official relationships, you probably maybe always had somebody. Like even if you weren't, like let's say you're in a relationship and then you break up with somebody, you probably always have that guy that you can just, or that girl, I'm sorry, that girl or that guy, that person that you can always like just go back and text whenever you are feeling bored or lonely and you have no intentions of spending like any real time with this person, or like, you know what I mean? It's like this idea of always having something going. You always have somebody next up in line, not necessarily like physically engaging with all of these people, but it's like at this time it's like you don't really want to deal with any of that, like any dating on any aspect, because you've realized just how peaceful your life is without involving other people, or well, without forming these kind of romantic connections, because I feel like you've experienced an incredible amount of disappointment with love in the past. I'm going to show you guys the center row down. I do 3, 3, and 3. I know you guys can't see, but I just want to describe it so you guys kind of understand how I'm feeling the flow of energy. And this is the center row here, right? We got the 8 of Cups, the 5 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Swords. And how it looks on the spread is like this here, right? And I just feel like there are a lot of ghosts from the past, basically. And look at this card, this 9 of Swords. It's like this energy of being haunted by memories of the past. And these memories aren't necessarily positive. I feel like these memories are associated with a lot of abandonment, and are associated with people not treating you right, or you having a lot of high hopes, or you believing in the potential of a partner, and those hopes are completely dashed. I feel like you run into a lot of really immature people when you're dating. I feel like, not that you get attached to really immature people, I think that just your energy, your spirit almost attracts a lot of immature people. And the reason why I'm kind of getting that connection is because we have the Empress here and the Prince of Chalices. It almost kind of looks like a mother and child's relationship. And we also have the 6 of Cups here, which can also indicate children. And maybe you have children, maybe you're a single parent. That's very possible. But I'm mostly feeling like it's almost like, because your energy, your vibe is so like mature and caring and nurturing and loving, and kind of embodies this Empress energy, you attract a lot of these. You attract a lot of man babies, or I don't know how to say, like girl child. I don't know. People who are grown adults but still function in the world as if they're teenagers or children. I feel like you attract a lot of people like that. And that's why it's been really disappointing, because you have a lot of fun with these people at first, but then when it's time to step up to the plate or make any real responsibilities or create a life together, these people are kind of lost in the sauce. They don't really know what to do. So everything happens to like just fall upon you. It's like this idea of like the partners that are attracted to you have never really been prepared. And it does make sense in a weird kind of Oedipus complex way that people who are childish or immature in the way that they approach relationships would be attracted to somebody that they see as maternal or quote unquote like wifey type, because then they feel like they can just step into your life and step into a relationship with you and you'll take care of everything, right? These people, you might attract a lot of people who have been raised by single parents, specifically single mothers, and you might have your own mother issues or feminine authority figure issues, right? So you might find that you have that in common with a lot of the people that you end up dating or talking to or in a relationship with, is that you guys both might have mother wounds, and in a weird way that's why they're attracted to you, or maybe that's how you guys are trauma bonding in some sense, because you don't have to trauma bond necessarily by talking about your trauma. Trauma bonds are basically bonds that are created based on the way that we act out our trauma in relationships, right? So you guys might have, and you might also notice that you're attracting a lot of masculine figures, or people who have strong feminine influence in their life. I'm getting that single mother thing hard. So either you're a single mother, the people you date are usually raised by single moms, or are mama's boys or mama's girls, are people who are incredibly attached to their mothers. Their mothers might be in their life in a capacity that might even be considered unhealthy. And for some reason, I'm getting this for somebody. It's almost like the people that you attract basically switch out you for their mother, or vice versa. It's like if they have a very strong relationship with their mother, once they're in a relationship with you, it's like you're now in that place, in that position. And it might feel a little codependent. You might feel like people rely on you too much or depend on you too much, when really this empress needs an emperor. You know what I'm saying? This empress needs to be with an emperor. And I feel like you are not settling for less than that. You are not interested in just having a good time or anything that is going to drain you or put you in the position to be someone's savior. And I think that now that you're really feeling this empress energy and embodying this empress energy, it's like you understand what your value is, but you also are maybe not giving things a chance that could grow, because everything does start as, you know, a little seedling, as a little page. You know, the relationships are going to start this way, and everybody's going to seem a little superficial, and everybody's going to seem a little immature when you're first getting to know somebody, because you don't see them in their full capacity. Now, I'm not saying you should date if you don't want to date, and I think that your intuition and your standards and boundaries are appropriate for someone like you. But what I will say is that don't allow this idea that everybody's going to disappoint you to keep you from seeing someone who really does have potential and actually fulfills that potential. I think, like I said, you meet a lot of people who have potential, right? And they say don't date somebody for their potential, date them for who they are right now. And I think that's very true. You should date somebody, definitely. An emperor is going to be established. An emperor is going to be somebody who takes care of themselves. They're disciplined. They're not out here sleeping with everybody. They're not out here partying every weekend. They're on their grind. They're doing what they got to do to become the person that they want to be, and their purpose, their sense of their purpose and their mission in life is what's most important, right? I don't feel like you want somebody who sees you as their entire world, or you don't want somebody who is only attracted to you so that you can make up for the space that was left by either their absent mother or their codependent mother, right? You want somebody who can stand on their own. You don't want a project. You don't want a child. You want a partner. And I think that that is what is so disappointing to you, because a lot of the experiences that you've had, as you look back on them, or as you think about them, as you consider them, it's like they're almost informing your choices now. So if you see any of the similarities between like people that you used to date or people that you used to talk to and anybody new that you meet, you're like out of there. You're not even wasting your time anymore. It's like as soon as somebody reminds you of a past experience, it's like you're gone. And I'm not going to say that that's unfair, but what I will say is you can't judge a book by its cover. And if you think you might really like someone, um, maybe communicate to them that you're not ready for anything serious, so that they don't continue to get more attached. Now, whether they do or don't get more attached after that is not your concern. But this video is running kind of long, but this is a really interesting message. Let's clarify a little bit for you guys before I let you go. Five of Pentacles, please. Why is the Five of Pentacles here for Libra? We got the Four of Pentacles. This is an energy of, this is like the Minor Arcana Hermit mode. This is an energy of just isolating yourself, sectioning yourself off from the world. It's like considering what is really important to you and holding that close. Also, it's this energy of staying grounded. And when we think about the contrast between the energy of the Four and the Five, there's this sense of protecting yourself from the hurt or protecting yourself from the pain. What I would like to see is that you go forward into the world, what they say, better, not bitter, that sort of energy. And I feel like as soon as you even get close to this idea that you might be disappointed, you just isolate yourself, right? You might even be ghosting people. We got the Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So it's like you know what it's like to experience real pain in a relationship, to really genuinely care for somebody and want more for them and want to nurture them and foster them and help them grow. And I think that as you are getting older, you're realizing that that has brought you a lot of pain, a lot of anguish, a lot of turmoil, trying to quote unquote save these people, fix these people, build these people. None of this is your responsibility. And I think as you realize that, as you're getting older and more into your Empress energy or your Empress era, I'll say, it's like you withdraw as soon as you feel like if you're talking to somebody and you get a whiff that they might have money problems, you're hanging up that phone. You're going to withdraw. You're going to isolate yourself from them. You're not talking to them anymore. It's like, that's how severe it feels to me. And I think that you are maybe getting a little bit lonely, because you do want to, honestly, I feel like you do want to put yourself out there. You do want to have a good time. You do want to meet people. But it's like you keep meeting the same people over and over. And what I will say is that when you meet the person that you, not quote unquote, supposed to be with, like, I don't want to really say that, but when you meet somebody who is really on your level, it will feel different and it will be different. So if you keep running into the same people doing the same stuff, like let's say you go to the same clubs every weekend and you keep running into the same kind of person, we'll go to some different places, do some different things. And I'm not saying just go to a different club, even though maybe that might be an appropriate solution. Maybe try to meet people somewhere else. And honestly, maybe try online dating with this Three of Cups here. You might have either you've tried online dating and it seems like it's all the same people. Believe me, been there, done that, right? Or it might be something that you should try. You might feel like the quality of person is more diverse, but what I want you to do is be very aware of the standards that you set in the app, okay? Don't invite, immaturity and chaos and stuff. Like, let's say if you're 35, don't set your age down to 21. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then complain because you're just meeting a bunch of immature people. Maybe set it up to people who are older than you, if that really, your age or older, that sort of thing. Like, you're setting your own standards, and that's important. And I don't even think that you necessarily want to isolate. I just think that you don't want to use your energy or give your energy or time to people who don't deserve it, who are just going to waste it. And I understand that completely. Can we clarify the Six of Wands, please, for Libra? I think what Spirit wants you to know is that you are doing an incredible job of being in your energy and owning your energy and understanding your value. but don't allow the past experiences to harden your heart, because it's almost like counterproductive to all the hard work that you've done on yourself, all the love that you are pouring into yourself. It's almost counterproductive to now then say, nope, nobody can have access to my heart, I'm completely shutting it down. Now, am I saying entertain every Tom, Dick, and Harry out there? Absolutely not. But don't just expect everybody to be the same and just completely quit dating. If your idea is to find a partner, maybe take some time out to yourself, reevaluate kind of how you're meeting these people, and maybe how you're contributing to meeting the same person over and over again, so to speak, and do something different. Six of Wands, please. Can we clarify the Six of Wands? Yeah, we got the Three of Swords and the Priestess here. You move on with the quickness. Like I was saying, I think you are ghosting people. I think I think as soon as somebody shows you a part of them or a side of them that you don't like, you are out of there. And I don't think you've always been this way. Honestly, I don't think you've always been this way. I think you're the person who probably gives too many chances, or in the past you were given too many chances, or you gave everybody a chance. And now it's like nobody's getting a chance. Maybe you get one chance and that's it. As soon as you say something, do something I don't like, I'm gonna ghost your ass. I'm gonna go silent on you. We got the Three of Swords and the High Priestess here. So there are definitely some people who are hurting in your wake, but I'm not gonna sit here and try to make you feel guilty about it, because you don't need to. Other people's emotions are not your problem. If your intention is not to hurt anybody, then, keep moving how you're moving. But just know that there are people who are suffering in silence that you have walked away from or turned your energy away from. Sort of thing. Prince of Chalices. Let's clarify this energy here. Prince of Chalices. We got the Moon card here, which talks about working with the energy that is kind of given to you, or working with the energy that presents itself. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to know everything up front. We got the Four Wands at the bottom of the deck. It's talking about just living in the moment and allowing and working with the energy that comes with it. Also, the Moon is a very feminine energy as well. So that kind of reinforces this idea of what I was saying about meeting a lot of immature people who have a lot of feminine energy. And it's like you're trying to meet somebody who is in a more masculine energy, a more dominant energy, a more disciplined energy. And just remember, although you're not the savior anymore, although you're not trying to be in that space anymore, now you don't need to go looking for a savior, right? Continue this idea of looking for a partner, somebody who is well matched for you, not somebody who's going to take care of you, not somebody who's going to be the exact opposite of these people, right? You go from having a child to then having a parent in a relationship, right? You want a partner. So I don't know why that message just came through, but you want a partner, not a parent. You're over having partners who are children, and now you don't need to be looking for a partner who's a parent, because you're in this Empress energy. So you can handle having an Emperor. You can handle somebody coming in and being strong and assertive and disciplined and organized and focused, and maybe even creating some more structure for your life. And that's where I believe, as far as the feminine thing goes, where the submission comes in, right? Because the feminine energy is known to be more raw, more formless, more creative, and the masculine energy is more structured, it's more logical, it's more rigid. And I think it creates balance in a relationship, right? This card is also about harmony. So I feel like when you're looking for harmony, right, and you're meeting these immature people who have this feminine energy, it's like a clash. And then if you go to the extreme opposite, which is like getting a daddy or a mommy partner, then it's going to clash again, right? Because you're not in this Page energy, you're in the Empress energy. So it's not, don't swap it. Don't switch it out. Like, don't become the person that you have not been wanting to attract, basically. So when you do finally meet this person, don't just lay everything on them and the responsibility for the relationship on them, just because you have been burdened in such ways for so long that you now finally feel like it's time for you to rest. It's like somebody who doesn't really get an opportunity to talk very much, meeting somebody who's a good listener. They'll talk and talk and talk for hours, and I'm a pretty good listener, so I tend to run into these people a lot. You can always tell when somebody doesn't feel heard in their personal life, Because once they're with you, they will just talk and talk and talk and talk. And you think they're not like this with everybody. They don't talk to everybody like this. Why are they just telling me everything? Or, you know, the type of person that strangers open up to and stuff like that. So don't be that person who finally finds a good listener and then just talks and talks and talks. Because I guarantee you that that person who's a good listener also doesn't get to be heard in their life because they're a good listener. People take advantage of good listeners in that way. And I hope you guys understand how I'm trying to relate the energy. It's like, now that you are putting yourself in a position to meet somebody, right? You're bossing up, your energy's right. Now that you're putting yourself in the position as an empress to meet an emperor, don't become a page once you meet this emperor, okay? Stay in that empress energy, stay independent, stay doing your own thing, and don't get completely enmeshed in this emperor's life until it is time for you guys to basically merge. Now, I don't see anybody on the horizon. That's just a message that's for somebody. Yeah, I'm going to clarify one more, and then I'm going to let you guys go. 8 of Cups. Can we clarify the 8 of Cups, please, for Libra? 8 of Cups. I'm gonna say sometimes it looks like that sometimes when you feel really excited about somebody, it triggers you in a way that you're like, oh, here we go. Now I'm about to get carried away and I'm about to get obsessive and crazy and it's time for me to just break away. Like as soon as you like somebody more than you normally would, like when you feel that spark of chemistry with somebody, it's like, oh no, because I've been there. I know what that's like. That's not a bad thing. I don't like when people say that butterflies are a bad thing, and butterflies are a symbol that are a sign that your body is having a response to this person, that they're not healthy and they're not normal and you don't want them. Sometimes you just get so excited to be around somebody. I mean, there are people who have been in my life for years that I still get excited to be around. I don't necessarily get butterflies, but that spark of chemistry or that energy that you feel when you're with somebody is not a bad thing, okay? It's not a negative thing. So don't associate it like that. And because I just feel like it's almost like the spark to the flame. As soon as you see that go up, you're like, nope, I'm out of here. I can't do this. I don't want to get serious. I'm moving on because I know that this person's going to be this way and I'm going to have to do this. And I'm going to give people an opportunity to like live it out. Don't assume that you know how everything's going to go all the time. We got the 3 of Wands. Clarifying the 8 of Cups. You're waiting for someone different. You're waiting for someone new. You're waiting for somebody to step through the door or step up to you, step up to the plate, basically. We got the 3 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, you're looking for a real partner. You're looking for somebody to work with you, somebody to be on your team. You're looking for somebody who's committed to you, devoted to you, and all about you. And you're willing to wait. You're willing to wait until you see it come through. Like I said, I don't see anybody specific coming through right now. I think Spirit just doesn't want you to harden your heart because of all of these disappointing experiences that you're having. And just remember that stay in your, whenever you meet this Emperor, stay in that Empress energy so that both of you can continue to grow and thrive and, become stronger together. All right, Libra, this is what I have for you. I hope that this was helpful or enlightening in some way. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you next time. Bye.